It's crazy because everything is perfect right now. I got this pretty dress on, hair freshly washed. The sunlight is just so beautiful. It's dominant right now. And my camera's on 2%. What's going on?
Bruh.
Wait, maybe I can use the. Hold on, I could probably use the extension cord so I can charge it at the same time. Thank God for extension cords. Hey, there we go. Boom! See, this is why. So I just gotta plug in my camera charger into the extension cord. Hold on. Oh, there's a lot going on right now. But child, it's a whoa. Oh, she's plugged in. You see, this is why God gave me this, okay? Okay, guys, welcome to my first video of the new year. This is the first video of 2022. And this is also my 2-year anniversary because I've been on YouTube for 2 years. Shout out to all 68 of my subscribers. Honestly, 2022, it's giving. Let's talk about it, actually. This video is really just going to be me just talking about just having a reflective moment. And I'm going to try to keep you guys as much as entertained because I normally don't do videos with me just sitting here talking. But I am a talker. If you have me on Instagram and you see me in my stories, you know I'm a talker. Like your girl, I'm really just taking the time to really just reflect on last year and just talk about what our new goals is for the new year. And honestly, January is one of my favorite months. One, because it's a new year, and then my birthday. Shout out to the Aquariuses. January is my favorite month because it's my birthday, so this is obviously going to be a glorious month. It is January 4th, so we are 4 days into the new year. Oh my God. 4 days into the new year, and we are 23 days away from my birthday. Ooh, let's go. 27. I'm going to be 27 on the 27th. That already sounds iconic, so you know she's going to have a good birthday. Today I'm wearing my ASOS. Ooh. Shows too much. I'm wearing this beautiful zebra dress from ASOS. That's my OOTD of the day. My outfit of the day is this beautiful dress. And I washed my hair last night and it's freshly washed, so we're not taking these bantus. Honestly, I probably won't be taking my bantu knots out till like the middle of the week. It is bad luck to take your bantu knots out the day after. You have to give it some time, so when you take it out, it's more like. But honestly, doing this video, I'm going to try as hard as not to get off topic, because once I start talking about one thing, I start talking about 50 other things, and I forgot about the original thing I was talking about. So yes, I should write these things down, but sometimes I'm like, when I'm like, I have a pen and my notebook and I'm like, I'm gonna write it down, I'm like, it's already up here. So yes, let's get some water. I got on socks, so I'm just sliding all over the place. Water here. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to start off is why I'm excited for the new year. I'm excited for the new year because, one, my birthday. We cannot start the new year without my birthday. Like, my birthday sets the tone. I'm obsessed with my birthday. I love celebrating the day I was born. And yes, I love my birthday. So we're going to start off with there. Things that I've learned. Honestly, my 26th year of life has been a struggle. It has been a struggle. It has been a hot mess. I think going into this new year, I don't think it's cliche to have New Year's resolutions. I think that as human beings, we should constantly be striving to be better versions of ourselves. Like, why would you want to stay the same person? The point of human life and our purpose in life is to constantly grow, and you can't grow being the same person. So I think that, we should all strive to create New Year's resolutions, whether it's New Year's resolutions, personal goals. I think that we should all always be striving to be better versions of ourselves. I don't even want to be like the same person I was yesterday, because yesterday, sis was sleeping all day. And that we can't have that. We can't have that. So yeah, we gotta like continue to strive as human beings to be better versions of ourselves, because that's how God designed us. God designed us to fulfill our purpose, and we can't fulfill our purpose if we're following the same patterns, making the same mistakes. That's not growth. That's not growth, sis. We gotta do better. Looking back, there were a lot of mistakes and a lot of things that 26, I would say 26 was definitely a lost soul. Like, it was definitely a battle. Like, I was definitely battling within myself, and that was an internal battle, a mental battle, spiritual battle against my physical self. It has been a huge battle, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. So my goals are, number one, discipline. I need more discipline. Sometimes I get too comfortable and too complacent. Like, for me, especially because of this pandemic, I have become so comfortable with being home. Like, the thought of me going out there is like,
You can't do it! I can't.
Like, I like laying on my couch. I like laying in my bed. I like binge watching shows. But, yes, babe. All right. Hold on, y'all. Back. Okay. Discipline is number one. Discipline is going to help me achieve everything else. Once we have discipline, everything else will follow. And I feel like for me, discipline is really important because, one, I am transitioning into becoming an early bird. And I mean an early bird. I'm talking about the early bird, the early bird that gets the worm before everyone else get their worms. My goal is to be up by 5 a.m. I'm gonna be able to start my day by 5 a.m. 5 a.m. for me is the time that I pray and I communicate with God, Allah. So I want to make sure I'm up by 5 a.m. Normally, sometimes when I wake up at 5 a.m. to pray, I'll go back to sleep. And that's not really, I want to stop that. So in order for me to wake up at that time, I also have to go to bed early. So there's no more going to bed at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 12 o'clock. It's now 10 o'clock. And that's going to be a struggle, because sometimes going to bed early feels like I'm missing out on stuff. But I feel like the only way for me to wake up at 5 a.m. with some energy, ready to start my day, is for me to set a bedtime. And that requires discipline. Also, with my fitness journey, I have been working out for years. I have been in and out of the gym working out, but I haven't been consistent with my fitness journey. And for me, my fitness journey is not about like getting a shape or whatever. It's really just about maintaining my healthy lifestyle, building some muscle. I want to be a strong woman. It's not safe out here in New York City. And I want to make sure my man is not around, I'm able to, I feel like it's important for us as young women, especially in New York City, to be working on our strength. We have to be able to protect ourselves, because one, you can't always rely on strangers or bystanders. Majority of the time, people are whipping out their cameras trying to record. So I want to make sure that I am sticking to my fitness journey, building up my strength, because I need to be able to protect and defend myself when my man is not around. And pepper spray can only do so much. And I don't have a taser yet, but I will be getting one. Another reason why discipline is one of my number ones is because I am on YouTube. Hello. Like, I am working on building a brand for myself, and discipline is required for me to be meeting my content deadlines for my YouTube, building my platform on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and all of these different platforms. So that requires discipline, like making sure I'm posting videos consistently, editing when I'm supposed to, editing at a certain pace that requires discipline. Um, what else? Not sleeping in, making sure that I'm up on time. Like, even waking up at 9 o'clock is late for me. Like, that's like a lot of things that I'm working on. I'm working on building my own businesses. I'm working full time. I'm trying to build this program for my students. I feel like God is like pulling me or pushing me in so many different directions. And there's just so many things that I want to do. There's so many things that I want to achieve out of life. And I need discipline, self discipline. Discipline is extremely important. Like, nobody's going to be, especially as an adult, we don't have our parents to be on top of us. I can't really rely on my partner to be on top of me because, I'm the woman of the relationship. I'm the woman. Like, he's looking to me to be on top of these things, and I want to make sure I deliver, and I want to make sure I'm also doing my part in this relationship. So, yeah. And plus, I need myself to be on point. Like, I'm all I have. Like, I have all of these dreams. I have all of these goals. I have all of these things up here that requires a lot of work to bring to fruition. And that requires discipline. So, my New Year's resolution, my new goal is discipline, acquiring discipline, being on top of things, being on top of myself, and being very goal oriented. I can't be complacent. Laziness is not godliness. So, following behind discipline is number 2, consistency. Because in order to have discipline, you need consistency to be consistent on these things. My issue, and my partner hate this about me, is that I'm not consistent. I'm not ashamed to say because it coming. Dang, Vay keep calling me. He can't get enough of me. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying. But anyway, consistency. Yeah, what I was saying about consistency is that that's something that I struggle with, and I have just so many things that I'm working on. Building my brand. I'm starting a program for my babies. Really quickly, I worked at a school where I taught drama, theater. I taught so many things. I taught creative writing, poetry, and recently I was teaching drama and theater. It was an after-school program, and because of the mandate, I had to leave. I was not able to come back to the building. Um, so because I no longer have that job, I've been saying for the longest that I wanted to do my own thing and start my own program. So that's what I'm gonna do. My goal is to have my program launched by fall of this year. Fall of this year because it's a new year. But so I'm working on that. I just recently joined a book club. I'm trying to bring my blog back. I was recently on Wix, but I'm transferring to WordPress. So I'm working on bringing my blog back. I'm working full time. I know this year is going to be a lot because I'm going to be spreading myself very thin. And with the discipline, it's going to keep me balanced, but also consistency is going to keep me focused on what I'm trying to accomplish. So, yeah. So it's discipline, consistency, and my third is to. My third would be to really just enjoy life to the fullest. I feel like for me, I've always kind of held myself back from my fullest potential. And it's just so many things. And it's just the simplest things like exploring the city. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, but I've never really fully explored my city. Um, and that's something that I want to do, especially now with taking up photography. I have this newfound love of photography and cameras, and I really love taking pictures and I love documenting things. So I really want to, take my camera for a spin, and just really explore my city. And I'm going to be taking you guys with me, especially for my subscribers who are not from New York. I think that would be like a really interesting journey for us to explore the city, exploring Brooklyn, exploring Manhattan. And that's all I'm exploring. Maybe Queens, but that's it. Maybe I don't know about the Bronx. I do have family in the Bronx, but I don't know if we're going to be exploring the Bronx, to be honest. I also want to take my fashion up to the next level. Like my personal style, my personal style is up here, but I really want to just keep taking it up. I really just want to take every area of my life and just bring it up. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Just keep bringing it up. I know I'm only 26, but even turning 27, I only have like a few years left in my 20s. I'm just going to take everything that I've learned, like all the mistakes I've made, all the errors, everything that I've been through in my early 20s has been like life lessons for me to take it up into my late 20s so I know what to do now. One of my big things also is financial responsibility. My finances is not the best. It's really not the best. I haven't been the most responsible when it comes to my finances, and that's because of consistency. I have good years where I'm financially up here, and I have bad years, and those years is I ain't got no money. So I really want to, as I'm getting older in my late 20s, I really want to build the cushion, start being financially responsible, paying off my debt, because debt is slavery. Debt is slavery, y'all. Pay that shit. Pay it off. Get rid of it. You don't want to have to owe nobody nothing. It's shackles, okay? Owing people money is... And that also means biting a bullet for me and just paying my school bill. Paying them the little thousands that I owe. So, and plus, I want to go back to school. I know what I want to pursue out of life. I want to perfect my craft, so that requires studying it. So I'm going to go back to school, which requires paying that piper. So I'm going to pay the piper, and that will release the shackles of my debt, and also fixing my credit. I want to have good credit. My credit should be in the 7s and the 8s. That is my goal for this year, is building my credit back up, building my savings. Savings, you want to have savings, a good checkings, emergency savings, regular savings, a strong check-ins, because ain't nobody got time to be transferring back and forth. You don't want to keep transferring back and forth, and you don't want to be bringing down that check-ins. You want to have money in that check-ins just because, okay? You want to be able to swipe that card without having to transfer. So I want to build up my checkings, build up my savings, have some emergency savings, and some emergency cash. Gotta have emergency cash, because these banks, can't really trust these banks all the way. So emergency cash. So that's 4 things that I'm going to build up along with my credit, paying off my debt. All of that is important. Financial security, especially with me, I've been on my own since I was 20. I'm now 26, so 6 years on my own. I've been living life straight on survival mode. And I don't want to just live on survival mode. I really want to just live comfortably and have that security. And that's very important for me. So that's one of the things I want to be working on. I don't have parents where I could be like, hey, I need some money. Help me. No, I don't have that. But also being the oldest of 5, I have 4 siblings coming up behind me. I know that if I ever need anything, they got me. But I want to make sure that I am able to provide for them as well. I want them to know that big sis got it. Big sis got it, and she gonna keep it. Okay? Life lessons that I've learned that I'm gonna take into this new year. Number 1, let go of relationships that no longer serve you. And that's very important. For me, I'm a very sociable person. Making friends is so easy for me because I'm a very sociable person, especially when my spirit feels comfortable around someone. They're able to see like all of me, like they're able to get my full self, which is my funny, witty. I'm very funny. Everyone who knows me knows I'm funny. I'm a comedy girl. Okay, I'm funny. I make the people them laugh. So when I'm comfortable, I can make people laugh. I'm very funny. I'm very witty, energetic. I'm very animated, and that's usually the case for a lot of people that I meet. I let my guard down. So for me, making friends is just second nature. And I make friends with all ages. I don't know what it is about me, but one of my downfall is holding on to relationships. And I had to learn that it doesn't, just because you've known someone for 10 plus years, 8 plus years, or you grew up with someone, doesn't mean that you have to hold on to that relationship. One of the big things for me when it comes to relationships and friendships is loyalty. And I had to realize that if we're not on the same frequency when it comes to friendships, if my expectations is here when it comes to loyalty, you can't be eating at the same table of my enemies and think you're gonna eat at my table. No, we're not doing that. But sometimes you grow apart. Sometimes you grow apart from people, especially when you're growing. When you're growing up, you're setting boundaries in your life. You're changing things within yourself. Sometimes those people that you've had a decade worth of friendship they no longer meet those, and it's okay. And for me, I've always like had so many friends, and I've never really I've cut people off, but I've never really like, because I don't know, for me, like, cutting people off has always been hard, because it's like, dang, like, I've known you for 8 years, I've known you for 10 years, and you feel, because of having that relationship with that person for so long, you feel binded in a way, like you feel binded, and it's hard to let go. But it's all about choosing yourself first. For me, I chose myself. I chose myself. I chose my own comfort. There were things that I weren't comfortable with that I've had friends doing. When you get to a place in your friendships where you have to side eye someone, or you feeling uneasy, your spirit is feeling bothered, it's for a reason, and you have to like follow your gut. And that was for me. Like, for me, I felt like, and some things is not worth the explanation, because some people are oblivious, or they like to play oblivious, and they like to pretend. And some people are just, it's not to say that they're bad friends or they're bad people, but they're not good friends to you. And some people, I've had a few friendships and relationships that I had to let go because they were no longer serving me. They were no longer meeting my expectations of what a friend is supposed to be, of what a sister is supposed to be, And I feel like some people say that they love you, and they say that they're your sister and that they're your best friend and all this stuff, and their actions are otherwise. Their actions show you otherwise. And I feel like for me, I have sisters, and I know what sisterhood looks like and feels like. I grew up in a house of 7. I have younger siblings. We fight, we argue, but the way that we overcome, and these are my blood sisters. Like, my blood sisters, we have fought. I'm talking tussling. We have fought. We have said mean things and hurtful things, but we have also were able to humble ourselves and apologize, and love on ourselves again, and make amends to not do certain things or say certain things that will hurt each other, because at the end of the day, we're sisters. I know what sisterhood looks and feels like. So when you show me otherwise, it's like, it's okay to part ways, and it's healthy. It's very healthy to part ways with friendships that no longer serve you, and you have to pick yourself before anyone else. And if people really cherish their relationship with you, they would make sure that their actions would reflect what they say. So yeah, other life lessons that I've learned is to love on myself. A lot of reasons why I was like, I started becoming someone that was unrecognizable to myself, which made it very uncomfortable to dwell in my flesh, because I wasn't loving on myself. I wasn't taking care of myself in the best way. I was doing things that I wasn't supposed to do. I wasn't eating. I was missing meals. Like, there would be times where I would go the whole day without eating, and the first thing I'm picking up is like a pack of M&Ms, and that's what I would have for the whole day. sleeping in, waking up at 2, 3 in the afternoon, and then just feeling like a zombie. Like, I wasn't really taking care of myself in the best way possible. So, and that's because I wasn't loving on myself. There would be weeks where I wouldn't even touch my hair. There was weeks when I wasn't even touching my hair. My hair was tangled. It was just like, self-love is very important. And as human beings, in order for us to extend love to other people, we have to have that love within ourselves. We have to love on ourselves as much as possible, because you can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself. You can't love anyone properly or commit to anyone if you're not loving yourself. And that kind of, for me, caused a damper in my relationship because I wasn't loving on myself. So because I wasn't loving on myself, I couldn't love my partner the way he needed to be loved, and he couldn't be supported the way he needed to be supported because I couldn't even be that for myself. So now, within showing up for myself, you know, dedicating time to myself, loving on myself, taking that extra time to really just appreciate who I am and love myself, because at the end of the day, we're in this flesh for life. There's no going into another flesh. Okay? We're in this flesh. We only have one life in this flesh, and we have to love it and take care of it. This is the house. This body houses your spirit. It houses your mental, and we have to take care of it the best way we can, which is loving on ourselves, feeding ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Self-respect. We have to walk with a certain type of pride, because in order for people to respect us, or give you the respect, you have to respect yourself. How you're carrying yourself, and that requires confidence, not being meek, not being timid. One of the things that I'm working on is breaking these timid walls. Not feeling like, feeling like it's okay to be the loudest in the room. And being the loudest in the room is not like verbally loud, but your energy, your spirit, your style. It's okay to not be plain. I don't want to say other people are plain, but you know what I mean. Like, it's okay to stand out, and you shouldn't have to dim yourself down, dim your light down for anybody else, regardless, because people love that. Like, people love uppity energy. Like, people love positive energy, and people like being around other people that are confident, that are self-assured. Like, they love that because it makes them feel good about themselves. So self-respect, carry yourself with some pride. Don't be meek, don't be timid. And I'm really saying this to myself, because those are the walls that I'm chipping off day by day. All right, so as I close this video, so a lot of things that I look forward to is really, like I said, I shared some life lessons, my goals of discipline, consistency. Those are my number two. Discipline, consistency. Discipline and 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 consistency. Those are the two things that's going to keep me up and keep me grounded. I'm really excited as a creative person, I'm really excited to execute all of my creative ideas and just put it out there. Starting with this video, I want to make sure I'm on top of myself, on top of my things, and just staying committed and really just sharing my talents. I have so much to share, so much to offer, so much to give. And we are starting this new year with a bang. We are starting this new year with a clean slate. We all deserve clean slate. And moving into this new year, some advice that I would give is to be kind to yourself, love yourself, be gentle, and also be patient. Growth is not overnight. It's not an overnight sensation. We have to be patient with ourselves, and we also have to, reward ourselves and pat ourselves on the back. Like, okay, like, wow, you did that. You couldn't do this yesterday, but you did it today. Like, we have to be patient with ourselves. Growth is not an overnight sensation. And, we have to take baby steps, teeter-totter. Thank you for watching.